5 seconds remaining. IG.V's turn to chase, turn to ban. IG.Vit's turn to ban. OG's turn to ban. IG.V's turn to ban. OG's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. IG.V's turn to pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again. We're going to be taking a look at game number 2 here. OG facing off against IG.Vitality. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by the wonderful Lacoste, my main man. How you doing? Oh God, no, it's happening again. We're going to join the call again. Lacoste, can you hear me?
Buddy.
Oh God, you scared me. Oh, that scared me for a second.
Yeah, I don't know. Discord is not doing really well today. I don't know. This is just not connecting. Sometimes I can hear you, sometimes I cannot. So we need to call each other a couple of times. Let's see what's happening in the game. Another techies ban. Like, I'm not sure who plays techies. Like, what is happening with OG? Probably Jarex.
Yeah, to me, this feels like it's something where, like, all right, they get to MDL. All of a sudden, there's some scrims going around. Maybe some things start to get shown off, and then they're like, yeah, we don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, probably. Like, the Chinese community is probably more connected, and scrims get leaked out. What's happening? Probably between European teams, Western teams as well. If you're not in the same group, you're just gonna probably share the information. I'm not saying it's fair, but that's what happens.
Yeah, it's a possibility. You never know. You know what you do? You pull the Peter Baelish on him, or the Tyrion on him, I should say. You
just kill anyone?
Scrims. you leak different scrims to different teams, right? And then you see what people ban against you. You're like, those are the guys. Those ones right there. Don't trust them.
That's smart. That's and then 200 IQ play right there.
Exactly. Well, nonetheless, it's going to be an ancient apparition. First pick overall by IG.Vitality, followed up by a Lone Druid Lion. Just throw everything out. We're doing something completely different.
So, they're opening with the Big Daddy's hero. Lone Druid Lion. I'm not surprised that Lion is picked up. He is really strong. He wasn't that strong before because he couldn't use his spells. Now he can because his first spell does not cost that much mana.
Well, and the other thing that I've been seeing, I haven't seen it in pro games yet, but I think it's going to come around sooner or later.
You didn't see him in pro games?
No, I didn't see. I'm talking about a strategy.
Oh.
Where you max mana drain and then you just run to somebody and impale them and then you mana drain them over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But
no.
Also, that's a big buff. Like, you can just slow him down a little bit more after you use 2 of your spells. A Tusk, that's a guaranteed cold feed, but not sure how to feel about the game. Lone Druid is a sustainable hero, and they can run
Remaining.
aggressive Lion if they want to, instead of with Lion +2.
Yeah, that's a good point. It could be an issue. And I mean, with you take a look at like an AA. I guess though that the other thing you could say is that maybe you pick somebody that's like super good in the lane against Lone Druid on a one-on-one matchup, and then you go aggro charm to aggro trap. That could be a thing.
Yeah, that's true. And that Gyro, no surprise there. Also, Lifestealer banned from OG. One of the better heroes against the Lone Druid, because and just the open wounds there, and if you have any in fast bomb, he can just get on top of him. He can't use the Savage Roar to drive him away because of the rage.
Kind of cool. Well, it's an interesting little lineup there to start with the Lifestealer banned out now. I guess, is there anything else that really deals well against Lone Druid? Like, I'm seeing this Lone Druid as a first pick overall, and it feels kind of bold to me by OG. You know what I'm talking about?
Not necessarily.
No?
There are counters to Lone Druid, that's their pick, and he played well with it.
Okay. So if you were IG.Vitality, then what would you want to do to this? What's your game plan against it?
They can, he's not that hard to cut down in the laning stage. If they go dual lane against him, they are kind of weak, because if they put Tusk on off lane and face Lone Druid who's alone, you're gonna have a weak lane. A plus whatever it is, it's a weak lane.
Okay.
Because A is really weak in the dual lanes, and so they need to try lane this.
Okay.
From IG.Vitality, probably.
Okay. Alright, and we'll see what OG decide to run then. As the Death Prophet was also banned out. Even if they do try lane it, it's still a thing where you don't want to run into like a Death Prophet getting a Spirit Siphon while you're shardsed in. That's just awful. It's the worst feeling in the world in the mid lane. As Clockwork is taken by OG.
I wanted to say that we're not gonna see Clockwork too much in the previous series, because you were mentioning something that they're working like a Clockwork. Maybe it's gonna be an offlane Clockwork, who knows, because I don't feel that he can contribute that much at position 4, since they're like 2-1-2 right now. It doesn't provide anything in the laning stage. He does not, if Clockwork plus whatever doesn't harass his levels, he's just taking the XP until he gets level 2, then he can become active, but not that strong.
So do you think then that this is going to be a Clockwork that is, like, I guess the thing I was thinking of is if they're going to go back for SF now for OG, try and get that little bit of, like, boost into it. It feels like it's a hero that kind of fits with Sebastian.
That's true, but I feel that Lone Druid and Shadowfiend is kind of greedy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, if you build Shadowfiend as magical damage, then it works, because you have a Lone Druid who is tower damage hero, and if you build into Helm of the Dominator, into Radiance, or whatever is needed, you can scale well, but you also have that tower damage. Most of the games with Shadowfiends going into magical build, you blow up people, but nothing happens after that. You have a problem sieging tier 3 towers.
Right. Now Lina taken by IG.Vitality. Most likely going to be the half hero. Kind of spooky as well. I mean, it definitely... if I was now on OG, I wouldn't necessarily want to take a Shadowfiend into that. It's kind of scary for Lone Druid in some ways too, in the early levels. Like if Nina roams and just Lunas him.
Yeah, maybe that was kind of already a counter pick to if they plan to go for a Shadowfiend. Lina destroys Shadowfiend in the laning stage. Maybe not if he has a Clockwork damage from the hogs,
right?
But he's really vulnerable to Tusk ganks.
Right.
As well. But maybe something else like a Puck. Or, okay, that is all. He can dodge the snowball, has built-in magical resistance against Lina. But I've seen this matchup a couple of times. Lina also destroys Ember Spirit because of the attack speed. Lina is just not the classic like a puck. She also deals a ton of physical damage.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of times even like Lina's picking up Blightstones early in the laning stage to try and mess with heroes. I don't know if that's something we'd see in this one, but certainly Ember Spirit might be taking a lot of pot shots early on. Now taking the Tidehunter for IG.Vitality. Big bad, get up in their face and ravage.
Yeah, that's a good pickup. Lion is kind of considered as one of the counters to a Tidehunter because he can't get out of the hex with his passive. But they, even if he hexes him, they have no burst damage. Like all of these 4 heroes deal damage over time, besides, let's say, Lion's Finger. Other than that, and if he builds into a pipe, like they have nothing to deal with the Tidehunter. So they're, what are they looking at? They need... Clockwork could be an offlane and they could still pick position 4. Let me just check what's left in the pool. I need to look at the heroes to actually think of heroes. Otherwise, not techies, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one if they wanted to do that. I mean, obviously the other alternative would be just to take an offlaner here of their own, but I mean, it's kind of weird, right? Like Lone Druid and Ember Spirit feel like it could be very good for like split pushing, delaying the game in a way. Or you could try and like, I guess you could maybe take like a Coddle or something and try and push early.
I'm thinking of maybe hero like a Razor and put him in a matchup against the Tidehunter.
Okay, I like that a lot.
What else is there? Yeah, because they have nothing to control him. Yes, I mean, by controlling him, they're not gonna burst down this Tidehunter ever, and you have a task to save you.
Well, and if they do that, it's really important to get out early and scout out the lanes too, to make sure that they get that matchup. Because if you don't get that matchup, it could be very frustrating. So they're going to be an Underlord, anticipating an offlane hero.
So yeah, they think that Clockwork is position 4.
IG.Vitality, on the other hand,
they need something to maybe more to control this Ember Spirit. Lina is all right to one extent. Tusk and AE doesn't provide you anything.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough one.
Maybe Troll. Troll is not a bad idea. The natural BKB carrier. Right. There's have a lot of team fight group up and take the towers. Like it's hard to fight into Tidehunter's Ravage and Luna. That's why they banned out the Underlord, because he's good at 5 versus 5, good at deep pushing and builds into pipe, and the Crimson Guard against Luna and type.
Man, and now like thinking about the laning stage too, an Ancient Apparition Luna lane, or if they bring the Tusk into it as well, that sounds terrifying. So much damage amplification early. But we'll have to wait and see. OG, one last pick for themselves. 4, is it going to be the 3? Let's see. And it's going to be a Brew.
Okay, so yeah, this is a different approach. Because since they don't have anything to control the Tidehunter, burst him down, they're just going to throw him up in the air with Panda. I guess that's the reason why they picked Brew.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so if you can't kill it, just dodge it.
Look at this set for S4. Oh wow, that is a really cool set. I like that S4 set.
What is that? I need to see it in game.
He's an ice fisherman. That's awesome. The little lobster on his belly. He's got a lobster belly. Jerax's set looks cool. Why are all their cosmetics so freaking cool?
They're rich.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
When you win, how many majors has it been? Jesus. Got a
3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they did 4, right?
4?
Maybe.
I think it's 3.
Boston, Frankfurt, Manila. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Chat's gonna play. All right, game number 2 underway now as we get ready to hop into this one. IG.Vit facing off against OG, and IG.Vit really need a win here. Otherwise, they're going to drop down to most likely the bottom of the group at this point, and at a very long climb to get towards relevance.
I wonder what the laning stage is going to look like. I'm just going to try lane with the lone druid. I mean, that does not just... It doesn't sound right. Clockwork can help Brewmaster on top at the early stages. Just use the cogs, block the wave.
Yeah, and then of course, like, you know, you talk about rotations coming in from Jerax later. He ended up going for the boots first with some tangos. It does kind of... I want to watch how his movement patterns go, because, like, I've wondered how these 4 positions really are going to work that are, like, you know, boots early. You know he's just running between a couple of lanes, right? Like, I don't know. It's going to be tough for him to get stuff done, I feel like.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to mention that hero like Clockwork is not gonna be picked. But I wonder what he's gonna do after he gets level 2 if they don't score any kills.
Like stack camps, I guess, maybe? I don't know.
Could be. Like, if you don't have bounty pick up, that's the same timing that you're leaving your lane, you can just stack.
Yeah.
So, Panda, what is he gonna do? Just try to harass people?
I don't know. I'm not sure what he's doing. Just wanted to walk beside the creeps for a second. And let them go by.
Escort service. Just escorting the creeps.
There you go. That's what it is. Jerax also going to be going for those body blocks now, getting the lane into a good position. Mid lane, they do manage to land that stun right off the bat. An Impale onto bottom. Dogfight's taking some punches as well as in July. He has not skilled yet and ends up going back for the early Quelling Blade. This takes a couple more punches, and that is a good bit of damage there with the Orb of Venom.
Yeah, we're gonna call them bear fights in this lane.
Okay. Bear fights. Ooh!
What ravage!
Hail. That's pretty. Gets at level 1. What do you think now in July? But it looks like Jerax is going to content himself with just trying to cogs push back the Luna and Super whenever possible here in the top lane.
Clockwork needs to get level 2, and then they have a good killing potential. Also, Panda needs to get his clap. Oh.
Some damage there on the Brewmaster. He's just going to salve up and walk away afterwards. Miracle maybe could have gotten to range there with Elusive Beam, but another pushback, draining mana, causing trouble. Actually got 2 pushbacks there. This is all looking great so far for OG in the laning stage.
Yeah, it's alright, but I mentioned AA is not that strong. Yes, they're harassing a lot, but if they get caught out of position, they could easily die. I love what Clockwork brought. He just brought another set of tangos, a flask, and a clarity.
He knows what his job is in this lane. Just keep harassing whenever possible. We also saw Big Daddy take a lot of damage down here bottom. He's only down to 2 tangos, one of those shared with him. While in July still hanging on to a double mango and a tango of his own. So they might start running out of regen in this lane fairly quickly.
Yeah, Tusk is already behind the tower. Meanwhile, top lane, as mentioned, if they get caught out of position, it is really slow hero, and Clockwork has boots. They good kill potential.
Take down Ember in the mid lane as well. Just that easy rotation coming in from dogfights. Drops a ward. Does not have a clarity, so he's gonna have to either bring one out to himself. Yeah, with boots.
Ember is doing a good job on a mid lane. I've seen Lina's destroying Ember Spirit on mid. Ember CS pretty much the same as Lina's.
I mean, he did get caught out that one time by the Tusk, and is going to need to avoid that going forward, but definitely having a nice time for himself so far. And meanwhile, he talked about the Brewmaster a little bit, but the most annoying part is just this early points in Drunken Haze and constantly spamming it out against Miracle as Luna. Makes it hard to last hit.
Yeah, you can see it. Luna 9 CS. Missing a couple of last hits. Also, Brewmaster picked up a bottle. So bottle got buffed. It's increased the amount of region that you get. It's 100 per charge. Yeah. I mean, but you can get bounty runes every 2 minutes now, so you're gonna need to wait 5 minutes for rune, and then they fill it up fully instead of 2/3.
Fly just chasing after In July here, ready to throw out some more stuns. Top lane, not really anything to write home about again, but Jerax continuing to threaten these heroes, as S4 does have 1 point in the clap as well as Drunken Brawler. It's going to be a Tusk rotation up towards top. Doesn't spot anybody yet, but they're getting ready to fight around this 5-minute rune maybe. Dogfight. Eyes set here onto S4. They're going to try and go for the kill. They're going to be able to connect, and that should be a dead panda. Still picked up by Miracle.
And that's good to go for tank. Before, if you're laning, you go on a hero because you know the other position force, like 5 support, is going to go for that bounty rune on the 4-minute mark, whatever. Now when I'm going to run 4-minute mark, you can easily try to go.
Jarek's able to walk away, hits the cog, so there's a couple of bounty runes that are going to be traded off. Looks like mid lane, half able to push out the creep wave since the Ember had to walk all the way back home. So we'll get a free wave pushed into the tower and denied some experience from the Ember.
Yeah, you can start to feel the difference a little bit. Lina, almost level 6, and more CS than Ember Spirit at this point.
Oh, and this is really close. Laguna Blade picked up right now, and Seb in trouble, doesn't have his level 6 yet because he had to walk back to lane, and that's a kill.
Yeah, I was talking about Lina being counted to Ember, even though Ember was picked as a counter to Alina, because she does a ton of damage, just 1 point of fire and 2 ultas, she's 85 like damage.
Well, they are again going to push back a couple heroes, half able to dodge away from some of those cogs, not the other ones though, as Dogfights made that rotation mid. And you gotta be a little bit careful this next wraparound again, like Seb, he left the lane, had to walk back there and then TP'd out and then had to walk all the way back out again. So still not level 6 quite yet. Laguna Blade will be back up in 15 seconds, and it looks like the rotation is going to be down towards bottom. We're in July, only level 3, and behind the tower he is just going to be... excuse me? They got him. They aren't going to be able to get No Tail though.
Yeah, No Tail bought face boots on Bear. Is going to go for Mask of Madness. It seems has Forge stuff picked up. Brewmaster pulling the wave, he can't really farm that much, so he's just pulling the wave, same thing the Tide Panther did. They're gonna go on Ember Spirit again, but there's a Clockwork and Lion this time. It's gonna be a certain death of Lina.
Yeah. Heads up play right there as well by Seb, sort of baiting it out a little bit with that snowball forward. They end up finding a kill onto Lina. Nicely done. So
you can expect this kind of movement from their support and react, but that since they killed Ember Spirit twice, you can expect them to go and help the Ember Spirit, and then you can bring heroes around, probably just to Tusk, save him with a snowball, and get the counter gang going. This time, Hunter is really not getting anything out of the lane.
They definitely needed that rotation from Lina. I was kind of hoping that they're going to give him the last hit on the bear. But the chase is continuing here, and have the Impale, a lot of damage with the Hex to follow it up. Well, he's going to be Hexed. They can't get spilled at one, still chasing. But looks like In July is living for now, although No Tail thinking about and flirting with the idea of chasing.
I mean, he's not farmed, but he's hard to take down. As for still not level 6.
Both offlaners hurting in this one. Jerax, level 3. Playing with fire. They know he's here. They have this ward and spot him out the whole way through, so they're just waiting for dogfights to get his levels, maybe hoping for more heroes to rotate in. They go immediately onto Jarek's, starting to bring him down, and now maybe they can find themselves a secondary kill. No, they're not going to go for it onto S4. Mid lane.
Nicely played. They were acting like they don't see him, and when Panda EP just went on him. I mean, they have went on him even before, to be honest.
Oh, and also Seb in some trouble. He's going to end up falling, so they get 2 more kills there mid. IG.Vitality, 2 and 7 so far, having a great time.
Lina with the shit.
Oh, that's...
So a lot of kill on top room master split. Solo kill on Loon.
Oh, very big. Much needed for OG there after a couple of rough minutes. Taking a look at the net worth so far, Lean is still topping the charts, but you have all these heroes from OG that are still sitting around that comfortable middle spot. This Tide that's hurting, like you were talking about.
Yeah, Tide Hunter not having a great time. Just the brown boots magic one, that's what he has. He has the same net worth as AA.
Yeah, it's really rough. A little clockwork and not really that big force that we were hoping we would see from him. To the point where I feel like, honestly, if the Lion rotates with level 6, he might just be able to help burst them. So, 10 minutes into this now, we do have tomes that are going to be up. Could give one to Fly, maybe. We'll see if they want to do that or to the clockwork, because... Speaking of Jarex, he is... Oh, miss uphill?
Oh, man.
And he is have a raindrop available to him, but it looks like they're going to be able to get away with the clockwork. S4, not so lucky. And they actually bring in the Lion as well. Lion just TPs to his death.
That's Lion Cup. Lion doesn't know that, Clay.
True enough. They really want to defend this tower as they brought in a bunch of heroes, but it's going to be a movement in towards mid now, and the Rabbit popped. This should be the tower taking a lot of damage.
Now, at Lina, just 1 point. When reach level 4, Luna reaches level 15, gets talent. Yeah, if they go together, these 2 girly heroes just do a ton of damage. Physical damage.
Jarex is level 6. Spots out super. Going to be able to find a quick jump and an even quicker kill. Jarex gets that one. Reveal the hook shot. How about IG.Vit? Did they give the tome to... They give it to the AA? Probably? He's almost level 6.
Yeah, he just bought it. So when he uses this, he's gonna be level 6.5.
Bottom lane. They find in July yet again. Big Daddy No Tail trying to chase down this Tide Hunter is feeling pretty good about himself. Then suddenly Seb shows up and, well, now he's probably likely not very happy with the situation.
He doesn't even have a Ravage. I mean, it's okay to save point for Ravage. Imagine joining a team fight and you don't have a Ravage.
It's not great.
That's instant forward.
Yeah, the 0-3-4 build. A little different, but needs it to help catch up, I guess, in the jungle. They have found Big Daddy No Tail again, and with that Ice Blast, a quick and easy kill on the lone Druid. So just kills left, right, and center in this game. Has been the sort of state of it for a while, and they do have hookshot available, able to find Alina yet again. Caught for the moment, jump forward, a Yule Scepter. Trying to keep her alive for the moment, but it is all for naught. Miracle shows up, does have an Eclipse available, but Super not enough mana or his Ice Blast off of cooldown. Does look like they're all going to retreat.
Yeah, that's a good pick off. Lina is the most farmed hero, so they get the most gold out of it. Ember Spirit has Veil queued up, but he's gonna buy Boots of Travel. That's how it goes.
Okay.
Did he buy it? Yeah, he actually buy it. Like, he's just having... He just has that gold,
yeah.
And then decides to go for 4. I have 2,000 gold. I want to keep up with the form. I can always... I'm a big fan of the travel start. That's the game is not going well for you as an Emperor. you have nothing, literally.
Yeah.
But this game is alright, because you can always TP to a bear and help him and get things going. So
I guess the other thing is
this is justified.
he's going back for the Maelstrom afterwards, it looks like. People have been talking a lot about that item and how good it is. As again, Jarek's going to be found and killed off here. Feels like IG.Vit definitely just continuing the pressure, but it's OG that are still farming really effectively around the map.
On a Tide Hunter. Now he has a rabbit.
Underneath the tower, they turn it back around, find the stun, starting to bring him down, but S4 he gets the jump, able to get the ulti to turn it around, takes down Lina. And well, he's gonna feel good about that for a moment, but eventually the Tide Hunter dies, and this is gonna be another tower.
Yeah, definitely. They might even go for a second tower, just try to chop some damage off.
Possibility.
Yeah, you talked about so good right now, and it's kind of a good counter item to evasion, because Rock can be evaded.
Right. Yeah, that's a nifty one, and it's so much damage too. It feels like every single time you're hitting, it's just like a big old nuke on somebody. So, tier 1 tower going to drop down bottom. They have super and dogfights behind the Luna. We'll see where they decide to go next. Fly moving forward. No finger of death, but can get down some wards if he wants. Runs into the wrong neighborhood and very quickly going to be dispatched. Top lane, jump forward here. They have found themselves the Tide Hunter. Jarex can go for the pushback if he wants, or just containing him in the cogs. And knowing that Ravage still on cooldown, they take down in July yet again and gonna get a lot of damage onto this tower.
Heck, he's gonna have a battle cry ready. And look at the damage on tower.
Yeah, that is insane. And down to about a quarter HP just like that.
I gotta give credit to Tusk this game. Dogfight, almost said God fights. He was in every single kill and has 0 deaths, which is pretty hard to pull off with Tusk, because you're the one who's rolling into the enemy, and then after most of the time you just die. He's gonna have Vessel 16 minutes complete.
Yeah, it's really impressive. I mean, Dogfights has been one of those guys that, you know, Paparazzi was really the guy from IG.Vit that blew up completely. But Dogfights is right up there with him as one of the best players on that team last year, and still stuck with his guns in his old organization. Still showing up and making big things happen.
They're gonna need to get BKBs out of IG.Vit. Once Lina is Shadow Blood, that's just a pick-off tool. Can easily get a solo pretty much on anyone besides Spirit. I love the pick-up on them.
Oh my god, look at Super! Oh, you just got one hit there from S4. Now they jump forward for more. They do have a blink as well as the ulti if they want to use it. They got him caught out in trouble and going to go down the lift up. Spell magic to follow. Dogfights taken down as well. 3 dead from IG.Vit and gonna try and pressure another tower now.
Yeah, and they even let Seb to get the last hit. He went for a blade mail so he can tank, tank the damage from Luna
and look at July. He's caught also. No Tail is here as well as Jarek. All of the rest of them grouping together. He goes maybe go for the Ravage now. But the Ice Blast, I thought they were thinking about turning, but it's not the case.
They're playing really fast on Savo at this point. They're not looking that big. And what is this? Like they have 2 wolves at the same spot.
Yeah, wait, where is that at? Oh yeah, right over here. This is not great.
Like they're playing at the same time. I see probably both support on.
Yeah, maybe he thought that the sentry queued up or something. It happens occasionally, but now you look at this. They're gonna try and find some type of retribution, and looks like Jerax is going to fall. But the turnaround, oh, they got him caught there for the moment. The Hex to follow, and Tusk likely to fall. So even when it's good, it's not good enough, as they end up losing the Luna rather, and well, wow, Dogfights, what a player!
Yeah, nicely dodged.
All right.
This blade mail is doing so much work against the Luna. Like, she can't... I'll have to talk about uncontrollable damage. There is unhealable, copyrighted by Grant. I want to make this copyrighted for me. Like,
okay.
When I talk about uncontrollable damage, you go in with, let's say, Luna's Moonglaves. You can't control that DPLT. Or, let's say, also... Yeah, no, you can control this one, but no, like the edict, yeah, but
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Oh God, hello? Are you there? Oh, Lacoste?
Yeah, I'm there.
I thought you disappeared for a second.
No, I'm here. I'm just looking at the clockwork. He missed the hook shot.
Yeah, dogfights still running, trying to get out of there. That's Jarex. He is going to get jumped on, and a fear combo together with the chains as well. They blow up Jarex, take him down, maybe a bit too far finally. Fly, running, hiding, impale. There's the gush, the follow-up, and it's a dead. Poor little lion. Although now they've shown up as well with No Tail. They turn it with the Ravage, trying to take these heroes down. Still, everybody is so low. They jump in with Sep, gonna take them down as well. A triple kill for him, and with the uncontrollable image, they're almost gonna be able to take down and kill off Miracle. The blade now working fabulously. The cost of genius.
Yeah, this Ember Spirit deals ton of damage in the fights, and they need to focus him. Also, another clutch save from Tusk Snowball. 3 people saved, but it was not enough. This Panda is doing God's work. Like, he goes in, Tusk AA. They don't provide any kind of lockdown for him. Right. 20 minutes spawn. They should pick up the runes, bottom runes. Someone TP'd AA. He's gonna pick it up. Jarex, he should know something is up. AA, does he wanna? Yes, he knows. He knows.
How's it going, buddy? Nice to see you. And the Ice Blast is going to go out, but it is not enough at the time. Was that also the reveal? That was the Radiance reveal, I think, also of the bear, if I'm not mistaken. So that combo together with all the other things, it's feeling like this is OG finally creating that separation. It was really even for a while, and now they're starting to shoot ahead.
Yeah, they're going to get Aegis probably to Seb. Feels way better than on Lone Druid.
Goes back there, picks it up. Blink Dagger is going to be his next item. Already halfway there after the Maelstrom already. He is farmed. And the chase, he wants some. Get over here. There's the Eul Scepter lift up. Does have 2 more remnants, but too far to jump.
4k gold lead. They have the tower damage in the Lone Druid. Radiance is up, plus a Mask of Madness. If they take a fight, win it, they can easily clear 2 sides.
Yeah.
BKBs are needed desperately on side of IG.Vit.
Oh, and Sep finds himself another kill on the super, the turnaround, trying to keep Luna out of the fight if at all possible. Sep, very low, does still have that Aegis available. They're starting to take down Jarex. They are going to kill off one, but S4 shows up, trying to get out of there. They break the TP. Miracle in trouble now, as the Ember misses the chains, but still will be able to chase him down, and nonetheless find a kill. They do blow up the Lion. Laguna Blade expended for that in July, feeling happy with himself, but is eventually going to be lifted, and they're thinking about sticking around a little while longer. Throw the Hurl Boulder in July. Seb, bold as brass, walking forward, thinking,
oh my God, what a play.
Jarex finds the finish. Beautiful stuff. He's going to pay for that one, though, as Lena takes him down.
And meanwhile, on the top lane, Lone Druid just took 2 towers.
Oh my God, what a monster. So a 7,000 gold lead now, and it feels like it's just all tumbling away from IG.Vitality as they're losing towers left, right, center, losing heroes even more so.
I'm not sure if they can come back into this. If they take another fight without their BKBs,
yeah,
that could be 2 sets of Raxes. Tidehunter, like, you don't feel the influence of this hero. There was no good Ravages. He has Mac mana boots, but it just doesn't feel like your classic Tidehunter, which is the front line, tanks all the damage. No hood on him.
He didn't go hood or pipe, yeah.
Yes.
Right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. With the permanent immolation, with the radiance that's there, Maelstrom, all of Lion, like, all of these heroes do a ton of magic damage, but oh, they thought about going on Sep there. Can't find it.
I mean, if you look at it this way, if you look at it through the math, mech heals you 250 and gives you 2 armor for 65 seconds cooldown. And then you have a pipe which gives you 400 magic damage every 60 seconds. Pretty much the cooldown is the same. Of course, the cost is bigger, but it provides you more because pretty much everything they have at this point is magical.
Yeah. I guess maybe his thought here is that he wants to help his team more and he didn't think he was going to get to a pipe or something. I don't know. It feels really rough. And now needing to come up with other answers. IG.Vitality definitely hurting in this one. Jarek drops down a ward. He also has a blade mail now. And we do have more chances to head down the bottom lane if they want to. The tier 2 tower completely open. They've got wards all over this area. Scout out movement.
So yeah, BKBs coming pretty soon. Luna 400 gold away, and Lena just bought one. Sold both null talismans to get it.
Feels rough. Yeah, and like the Shadowblade build, it's just nothing is sort of going the way that IG.V want it to, and you can see that they had such different plans for this game. Like you find pickoffs with, like the the Ancient Apparition and a Shadowbladed Lena, but they're just not finding those opportunities.
Yeah, and your lanes are always going to be pushed out if you're OG. You have Ember Spirit with Boots of Travel, you have Bear with the Radiance, Clockwork Rockets just to show up the ways, and then you can take a fight where you want to.
Oh. They do run into one here. They're looking for the opening. Oh, no! Oh, that hurt. Oh, he just walked away. Is at full HP now. That was a Laguna Blade expended and nothing gained.
Yeah, they can go for a shrine right now since they killed the tier 3 tower on the top.
And again, Seb just goes in with impunity. He's not afraid of anything at this point right now, really. They don't have an Aegis, but a smoke up, maybe in desperation. They're trying to bait Miracle here, see if anybody shows up. They have a Shadowblade forward. Who do they find? S4
has a BKB.
The stun. They miss the stun. He gets the BKB off also, and there's going to be the turnaround. They pop the ultimate, chasing down this Lena in July. Might get lifted in a second. They almost got the kill. Half able to barely walk away from that one, and now the follow-up stun on.
Is there a rocket? Let's see. He timed it perfectly. He's gonna get it.
God, they got him. They got him with the rocket. Oh, Jarek's
my man.
What a guy. Lacoste with the shout out. They get the Lena as the BKB wears off. He's counting in his head, and IG, he's stunned right now. I can't believe it as they're starting to lose these buildings. They don't really have a great way to hold at all. They're trying to take down this bear, but it is feeling like a fool's errand at this point. Another couple stuns there as well. IG.V trying to hold off the jump. They pop the BKB on Miracle. He's down low as well. A regen rune picked up for Seb, who's jumped back into them. Blade mail out going. Godlike streak. They hook in onto In July. Find him there with the cogs as well. Trying to take him down. The Ice Blast almost there. Almost on point. The Ravic's able to dodge away from it. What? He threw out the Remnant and jumped backwards to it. It was just enough to find the kill and then get out. Alright, Seb's been reading. He's been reading.
Yeah, that's controlling this fight perfectly. Your positioning is so on point.
Another couple kills. The jump forward for more. They find the Hex. Lena caught yet again. They're chasing her down. Walrus Punch trying to kill on fly. This guy's limit. He does finally go down. Another BKB charge. Chased. Seb chasing, killing. Double kill for him yet again. And it does look like GG well played is called. Off the back of a mad Ember Spirit. OG,
yeah, I gotta give it Seb. It just feels that they needed a little bit of time for everything to gel in their team. And I mean, Seb has been on top of the boards for